Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first lecture for Anth 203, Cultural Anthropology. Um, I look forward to um, opening you up to the world of cultural anthropology over the course of this Maymester term. Okay. I will be including links in the comment box that I would like for you to check out regularly throughout my lectures. I will be also asking you to pause this video and watch another video. So please be sure to make sure that you are opening those links up. I'm going to share with you in the first link a musical selection from Reunion Island. Reunion Island is one of the two islands located off the eastern coast of Madagascar. I lived in Reunion Island for 2 years after I finished my undergraduate degree before I began graduate school. And it was a wonderful, fascinating time for me to be able to feel like what does it mean to live as an anthropologist. That was my truly first experience of being completely embedded in a foreign culture when I lived in Reunion Island. We will be talking about Madagascar throughout the course of this semester because I am an expert in Madagascar. And so I want to be able to give specific examples of the concepts that I'm going to be teaching you. And many of these examples will come from my own fieldwork and research and areas of expertise in Indian Ocean studies. Okay. So again, welcome to our first class. I have my puppy here who wants to say hi. And now she's growling at us. My goodness, Agnes. Welcome again to Anth 203, this introductory course in cultural anthropology. So for our first class, I'm just going to invite you to, normally if we were meeting in class, we would do in-class introductions, but please do feel free to reach out to me via email, introduce yourself. I'd like to get to know you, all of you, and it's a little bit harder to do that in these virtual asynchronous classes. Please do check out the syllabus. I have a separate video lecture that sort of explains the ins and outs of the actual structure of this course, assignments, and all that good stuff. But for this lecture, I'm going to just keep it to the actual course material. And so we begin from the beginning in this class. What is cultural anthropology? So we will not be doing name tags because, again, this is a virtual class. We can skip this. So Agnes, my goodness. Again, my name is Seth Palmer. I'm an assistant professor of anthropology here at CNU. I highly encourage you to email me at any time. And in fact, as soon as you have any questions, please go ahead and reach out to me via email. Generally speaking, I will try to respond to your email in 1 or 2 business days. If I haven't responded in 2 business days, please shoot me another email. It may just be that I got lost in the shuffle. And so my physical office is in Luter, but we don't need to worry about that because we will be meeting virtually when we meet. And I'm always happy to meet with you one-on-one. Please just reach out via email. Again, give me a day or 2, and we can try to schedule some sort of time when we can have a face-to-face meeting. Okay. Please do take advantage of office hours, even these virtual office hours. It's a resource that students sometimes forget to take advantage of. So again, I'm an expert in Madagascar. I'm a cultural anthropologist, which makes me very well positioned to teach this course in cultural anthropology. This is a picture of me in the bottom here with one of my interlocutors, one of the people that I do research with in Madagascar. So by now I imagine that this is probably pretty clear to most of you. You've probably had at least 1 semester of college under your belt. But generally speaking, I do ask that you follow basic college etiquette right? I ask that you refer to me appropriately. And I do think it's important for students to note that even over the summer, we as professors are doing research, we're reading and writing, we are still responding to emails and creating future courses. In fact, it's during the summer when we as professors have really have the time to put into our own scholarship. During the school year, it tends to get our focus tends to have to go towards teaching. So again, if I don't respond right away via email, that might be why. So again, I encourage you to email me if you have any questions about the syllabus within the next day. Again, if you ask me a question that can be responded to the syllabus, I will kindly gesture to you or encourage you to go ahead and read that syllabus. All right, that's enough for sort of the build up to the class. Now let's talk anthropology. What is anthropology? Anthropology is a very broad discipline, which refers to essentially the study of humanity. What does it mean to be human? What is the human experience? Not only in terms of like Western cultures and societies, but truly human culture and society across all sorts of societies. What about the origins of humanity in terms of human evolution, etc.? Right. This is what the course of anthropology, this is what the discipline of cultural anthropology explores. My goodness, Agnes. Sorry, she's making a lot of noise. Come here. Come here. So, yes, again, anthropology, broadly speaking, is the study of humanity. It comes from anthropos and logia, meaning the study of humankind as a whole, the study of all societies. And this is one of the things that we tend to emphasize in our work as cultural anthropologists, that no culture, no society is any more or less valid than another. So this is important to know. There are 4 major branches of anthropology. Please learn these. Within North America, we have linguistic anthropology, sociocultural anthropology, physical anthropology, and archaeology. Sometimes in Europe, archaeology is located in the classics or in art history programs. But here in North America, there are 4 major branches or subdisciplines to the field of anthropology. So, starting with linguistic anthropology, this is the study of the relationship between language and culture, but it also includes the study of historical linguistics, right? How it is that languages have changed over time, etc. I teach a course here at CNU, Language, Culture, and Society, which is helpful, which is sort of our intro level linguistic anthropology course. In terms of sociocultural anthropology, this, of course, is what you are currently taking. You're taking the intro level course in this discipline. Sociocultural anthropology is quite simply the study of culture, the study of human culture. Physical anthropology, also called biological anthropology, is the study of human origins, the study of the origins of humanity, human evolution, primatology. That's sort of biological sciences side of anthropology. And lastly, we have archaeology, which of course I'm sure you all are familiar with, or at least you think you're familiar with archaeology. Archaeology is largely the study of human waste, human garbage, right? We tend to focus in TV shows and movies will look at like the beautiful artifacts that are found in the dirt, etc. And sure, archaeologists do that, but most of what they do is look at kind of, generally speaking, ancient societies and what is left from ancient societies. Well, a major thing that's left is the garbage of those societies. So just sort of a fun fact there. So yes, it's important to know these 4 subdisciplines of anthropology. And as I already said, sociocultural anthropology or cultural anthropology, you can refer to them either In Britain, we tend to refer to it as social anthropology. In America, we have cultural anthropology. This is a study of human cultures, right? But as you'll explore throughout the course of our class, it's actually very difficult to define what culture is, right? We tend we use the term all the time, the culture, right? Our culture, my culture, but what does that actually mean? So I'm going to encourage you to pause this video and open up our class Google Doc, which is available on Scholar. I'd like for you to brainstorm for a second. Think for a couple minutes and write down two distinctive features of American culture. What are two features of American culture? I'd like to record your response and your name in parentheses so I know who wrote what in our class Google Doc. So go ahead and pause our video and please do that. Now I have another activity for you to do. This is going to require that you listen to a NPR news story here titled "Kit Kat Puppies and Masks." I got one of the two. We got puppy right here. Kit Kat Puppies and Masks. As you listen to the story, please consider, what does an anthropological approach or mindset look like? How does it differ from other disciplines? I know that you're brand new to this field of anthropology, but I'd like for you to ask yourself that question as you listen to the story, because I think it does a nice job of giving you a sense of what an anthropological approach is or mindset is. How is it different from other disciplines? Okay. So go ahead, listen to that video, and please, in your own notes, record your response to these questions somewhere. Okay. So as you saw in that NPR piece, right, one goal of anthropology is to make the strange familiar. So in other words, how is it that we can find in cultural practices or in particular times that might of rapid cultural change, how can we make sense of that? What's the cultural logic or rationale behind that, right? So culture, broadly speaking, I'm defining it here as a set of learned behaviors and ideas that human beings acquire as members of society. We are not born with culture, of course. We learn culture, and that process by which an individual learns about their culture is called enculturation. Culture is something that is dynamic and ever changing. All cultures change, all cultures will change. Change is inherent to culture. So we shouldn't be surprised when we see cultures change. Oops, sorry about that. Culture is not fixed to a particular geographic bubble or community. In other words, we can't nicely, on a map sort of demarcate where one culture ends and another culture begins. Why do you think that is? Right? Why is it that we can't think of culture in such a geographically fixed way? Something to think about. Culture is a messy concept, and anthropologists rarely agree on definitions, including the definition of culture. It's very difficult to define, but it's important because culture is the lens through which we picture our reality, right? It's a way of organizing human life into digestible categories and a shared language of experience. Okay, this lecture will continue in part 2.